Hey, I'm Dave from Sage Garden, and I'm here to talk about naturescaping today. Naturescaping is a landscaping philosophy that emphasizes the idea that a garden should have diversity in it, that a garden will benefit from having all kinds of different habitats for wildlife that's beneficial to the garden space. And this is particularly important in urban settings where a lot of the habitats have been destroyed through development. And so naturescaping is all about creating a beautiful, functional, exciting, amazing landscape space that really re-encourages butterflies, bees, and all the other important parts of our ecosystem to come and really feel at home in that space. And so at Sage Garden, when we're making plant decisions, this is one of our guiding principles, whether it's the herb plants, whether it's fruiting trees and shrubs, the ornamental material. We really think about what are some of the naturescaping benefits that this plant will bring to a gardener's space. So I'm just going to share with you a couple of ideas here. A really popular idea is the concept of a butterfly garden. And of course, there's a lot of joy in seeing butterflies coming into a garden space, but beyond that, butterflies are important pollinators. So if you're growing fruit trees or if you're growing vegetables, you want to ensure that they're getting pollinated, and butterflies are really critical to that. And we know that many of these things are threatened, thinking about the monarch butterflies and the large journey that they take and all the different barriers they have along the way. So creating healthy spaces where they can reproduce and they can feed is really critical to saving these things, really, to ensuring that they have a future. Milkweed is one of the really important ones for that, and so there's many different kinds of zone 3 hardy milkweed that you could grow. This is the swamp milkweed, which is one of the Manitoba native varieties. By the way, sometimes gets a bad rap because people think of milkweed as an invasive species, but there's many garden-friendly varieties that will not give you any trouble in terms of being weedy. But the monarch butterflies will feed on this, and the caterpillars in particular. And so very important plant from a naturescape perspective. There's many other butterfly plants. And at Sage Garden, in the information we present, we've tried to be very specific about what butterflies are attracted to a particular plant, so you can start to identify these things and get to know them. Another category that's really important is bees, of course, for pollination. And if you have any kind of a vegetable garden, it's great to include flowering plants amongst your vegetables so that there's lots of pollinators around, so you get more tomatoes, more peppers. And there's tons of herbs you could have for pollination that way. I have right here a beautiful variegated Beauregard sage, gets these great flowers. Basil is another great one, borage, there's many examples. But including flowering plants in your edible garden is really important and can be extremely beautiful. Another area that's very important to people in their backyard spaces from a naturescape perspective is birds. And birds need a variety of habitats, so it's a really good idea to include some sun and some shade locations. You want to have some height variety, you want to have places for nesting. And another thing you can do in your backyard space is have plants that will encourage ladybugs to settle in and other beneficial insects. This would include plants such as thyme and rosemary and flowering lavender. Many, many great plants that you'll enjoy for a wide variety of reasons, but they will keep these beneficial insects happy in your garden space. So if you'd like to learn more about having a great, beautiful, healthy garden, it's one of our great areas of specialty at Sage Garden Herbs.
Find us online at herbs.mb.ca or visit us down at the greenhouse, 3410 St. Mary's Road in Winnipeg.